On Sunday, he added, quote, "It is far too early," unquote, to think about what could happen after his second term.
Joining us now, NBC News senior White House correspondent Kelly O'Donnell. Kelly, we know President Trump has joked in the past about a possible third term at some of his rallies, but in this interview with Kristen Welker, he had a very different tone. Walk us through what he said.
Well, the biggest point is he said he is not joking, and we've seen on many different issues and topics over his decade of public political talk about a humorous way or in a way that others perceive to be a joke and build on that until it's a point where it's an action item for the president. And so that seems to be following a pattern here. The potential for a third term, he's now serving his second non-consecutive term, is not allowed under law. That is very clear. He has said that he has talked about different ways that could be done, getting input from others who would like to see him run again. He also talked about the fact that he still believes that he won in 2020. That is clearly not the case based on how the courts handled the 2020 election, how some of his own Republican allies and members of his administration said there was no problem with the election that would have in any way affected the outcome. So this is something to watch. FDR served 4 terms, died in office, then they added this to the Constitution to make it only 2 terms. Changing that, there is a process, but it's a long, complicated process with a very high bar of support.
Hey, Kelly, I want to ask you about that Signal group chat that we were all talking about a week ago, where we learned that top administration officials discussed military attack plans in Yemen. It was brought up at a town hall in Indiana on Friday for a Republican congresswoman. Take a listen.
No, I will not demand there is
That was Congresswoman Victoria Sparks responding right there, again, a Republican. Kelly, are we hearing any more from the White House about the Signal chat?
Well, the president has said he has no indication that there is a need to take any action beyond the fact that they've looked at this. They recognize that there was a mistake made. Learned lessons is one of the things the president has said. Other advisors have told us that there is no plan to fire anyone related to how that Signal chat was assembled or what was included in it, which was a lot of detailed action prior to a military operation. So there may be public concern about it. There isn't a political call in the president's own party for him to take action.
All right, Kelly O'Donnell, always good to have you. Thanks so much.
Well, we are learning new details about the upcoming wedding between billionaire Jeff Bezos and former TV anchor Lauren Sanchez.
The summer wedding will take place in Venice and is expected to be packed with celebrities.